Well, just days before our crucial Monday Night Football matchup with the Buffalo Bills, the Denver Broncos get some great news. We're going to dive into that in a second here. But Broncos country, first, I need to hear from you. How big of a game is Monday Night Football against the Bills? Is this a must-win game if the Denver Broncos want to make the playoffs this year? So let's dive in. So it has been since 2007 with Jay Cutler that the Denver Broncos have gone in and actually won a game at Buffalo. It is a cold place to play. The Bills Mafia is loud. It is windy, and it's just a fluky place to play. It's been a house of horrors for the Denver Broncos. And so we are going to have a hard time Monday Night Football, but I think we match up very well. We're going to dive into that in a second here. So to that question of, is this a must-win game? I think on paper, it is not a must-win game. We are not mathematically eliminated with a loss. We have a ton of the teams in front of us still to play, and I think looking at the standings, I think 10-6 gets you into the playoffs this year. And with 5 losses, that means we can lose one of our last games of the year and still make the playoffs. But I would much, much prefer to save that loss to split with the Chargers, to save that loss and lose against the Lions in December, which Detroit's going to be a hard place to play. Those fans are fired up about the Lions. And so I think while this isn't mathematically a must-win game, I think this is a must-win game for us coming off of our bye week. Sean Payton has been historically a really great coach off of a bye week. We are rested. We are healthy. We have every reason to win this game, even though the odds makers have us as 8-point dogs on the road. We have that chip on our shoulder of like the whole league has picked against us. So I think that matches up really, really well. So the good news that was teased in the title and in real life is our injury report is so clean, you guys. I feel amazing about this. If you're looking at our participation coming off of a bye week, the saying in the NFL is that you're hurt really from week 1. People are hurt and you're hurt the rest of the season. You just never feel great. Every single play on the football field is like a car crash. So you're never feeling great. But if you look at our injury report, both of our guys who are hurt, Browning, who's been really one of the keys to our defensive turnaround, and Ben Powers, who's been a run grader and just dominated in run blocking, both were full participants in practice this week. So I think that is a great sign, is that both of our guys who are kind of questionable are going to play and should be healthy on Monday Night Football. That if they were full participants yesterday in practice, Monday night they're going to be feeling amazing. Get them some of those injections and they'll be feeling great. On the other side, the other great news is just looking how dinged up this Bills team is. And you always want to beat a team at full strength. You don't want to beat them because they're hurt. But looking at this, you have a lot of their stars who are very, very dinged up and did not practice on Thursday or Friday, or some of them have already been ruled out. I think looking just even Stephon Diggs, even if he plays, I like our matchup against, I think Pat Surtain is going to lock him down and make him, eat his lunch. He's just going to dominate him. But even if he is playing, he's not going to be 100%. Those injuries are going to flare up. If your back already hurts and you're going into a freezing cold game, that's not going to feel good, especially when Pat Surtain is in your face every single play. So I think from an injury standpoint, we have fantastic, fantastic news. The other piece of fantastic news that is coming out of Buffalo is just they seem like they are on the precipice and they are just like teetering right now. And you can see a full-on revolt coming if they have any adversity. And so they had a players-only meeting. You could look at this as bad news because you could see them rallying, and the saying goes that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills, and you could easily say that this is going to make them turn it around because it is a must-win game for them. But for me, if you just read some of the comments that are coming out of this players-only meeting, you see stuff, no need to sound the alarm, but it's getting close, is what Von Miller said. You see one of them actually said, It's not because the building is burning down. Like, if you're saying that, it's probably because it really is burning down and you're trying to hedge there. And then one of the ones that was absolutely nuts was this. We got to get the coaches out of the way because at the end of the day, it is a players' league. And to me, that's just showing, like, Latavius is showing there that they have lost control of this locker room. And I think they're going to come out absolutely fired up and they're going to be playing hard from the very jump of this game. But I think if there's any adversity, you're going to see this team fold quickly. And the Denver Broncos are a first half team. They're a first drive team. So I think if fresh off our bye, our first 15 plays scripted, we come out and we punch the ball into the end zone and we get a stop, I can see this team folding quickly. So while it certainly worries me that these guys are fired up and ready to go, I think their resilience and their ability to bounce back if they're down, I'm not worried about that whatsoever. So I think if we get up big or if we get up at all and have a couple stops, that we have a great shot of holding that out. So love to hear what you think about it. Broncos Country Monday Night Football. We're going to talk more about this matchup later as we get closer to that game. We match up very well. The Broncos are going to ride, and this is the start of our playoff push. Make sure you like and subscribe so you're along for the whole journey.